This is Tiffany Slade doing a grad school panel reflection for my Methods of Counseling class with Christopher Davids. We had two people come from the University of Utah to talk to us about how they're pursuing their grad school education, what options they have, the rigorous coursework that they have, how prepared they were to attend grad school after graduating, and kind of how they chose their path after graduation. Aaron actually had a completely different background before actually deciding to come back to school later in life. And by later, he's only 37, to pursue psychology when his initial major was music. Not that he doesn't still do music, he kind of does that as a hobby, but in the beginning he wasn't a psych major, really wasn't interested in psychology, he just kind of came back and that just was something that clicked for him. With Caitlin, she's actually a graduate from Westminster, and she said that things were kind of daunting and figuring out a program, but the program that she's in kind of like fell in her lap. It was kind of like kismet. Everything kind of lined up, everything worked out, and she's super happy with the decision that she's made to pursue her program. She also advised that Westminster did really prepare her to go to grad school, which is something that I really enjoyed hearing because I think about grad school and what I want to do after graduation. And to be honest, grad school sounds really, really scary right now. I've made it through, 4 years of undergraduate, but trying to pick what program I want to go into, how it's going to fit in my life, being an older student, can I do this at 36 years old, working full time, raising a child? What kind of program would best fit me? My initial path was going to be a PhD, but then weighing the options, I don't know if that's going to fit with me right now. Not to say that I can't do a PhD program in the future, but really kind of figuring out timing and what career path that's going to best fit with my life. Which Caitlin said that timing really is everything. She got married, she was remodeling her house, trying to go to grad school, and it was too much. If she actually kind of stepped back and did a little bit more thinking, she might have not purchased a house and tried to remodel it on top of going to school and going to graduate school and course load and everything that's required with grad school. Which also made me think, yeah, timing is everything. Not that you can't have it all, but maybe picking your battles on what to do now to get you at least practicing, get your foot in the door, kind of get your feet wet to see what types of counseling really calls to you and you're really passionate about, to make sure that that's something that's really right for you. She also mentioned that if you go to an interview and you don't really click with the faculty there and the environment just doesn't sit right with you, that might not be the program for you. And I had never really thought about that when applying for grad school. I haven't applied for grad school yet, but I didn't really think that, well, maybe if I did apply and I didn't really have like excited feeling about my interview, then maybe I that's not a fit for me. Then maybe there's another avenue that's a better fit for me, and made it at least a little bit less scary when thinking about the future and where to go after graduation. Um, Me personally, I want to probably take a little bit of time off since I've been kind of nonstop go, go, go for the last 4 years to kind of really sit back, think, what do you want to do? yes, I want to go into clinical psychology and I want to be, a therapist, but I'm really not sure the exact type of program that I want to do or what type of counseling I want to do. Initially, I wanted to do marriage and family therapy, which I still might do marriage and family therapy. But maybe there's something that if I really do my research, which was another thing that both Erin and Caitlin talked about, is doing your research, researching a program, maybe talking to people that are in that program, seeing how they like it, finding out what the course load is like, which is, from what I understand from Caitlin, since she's going into clinical health counseling, that a lot of it's kind of building off of what she studied at Westminster, that she said more than prepared her for the grad school work and course load, and building off of concepts that she's already taken at Westminster. Which I was kind of curious about. Okay, well, what happens? What type of programs or what type of classes do you take in grad school? Are they going to be the same? Are they going to be different? So it's nice to know it's kind of Westminster's kind of the building block on some of the theories like personality theories or methods of counseling. You just go into a little bit deeper understanding of those types of classes. Um, Thinking about what we've learned and how brutally honest they were about, you know, sometimes they're super stressful and their friends are like, well, why can't you hang out? Like, oh, you're in grad school now. Well, now you can't do anything. You're not going to be fun. It's all picking what's right for you. And if you're going to do a PhD program, definitely go into one that has funding. I never even thought about funding. I just thought you go into grad school. If you want to get a PhD, you just, go full steam. I didn't think about, oh, well, I guess you probably want to get paid for your research or want to be in a program that's actually going to maybe even give you a stipend so you can live day to day if you're, fresh out of college in your early 20s. It really was kind of like an eye opening experience for me to see people, see someone that's relatively close to my age that's in a PhD program, loving it, saying that it's not, a piece of cake by any means. It's gonna be hard work, it's gonna be stressful. Self-care is a big thing to make sure that you're doing what you need to do to take care of yourself and to be the best and to put forth your best effort, not just go full steam ahead and not think about burnout, which honestly, right now, as an undergraduate, I'm a little bit burned out. Probably because I work full time and I go to school full time and I have other things going on in my life that maybe I should take the time to figure out exactly which program I want to go into, what I want to do, the timing to just kind of everything fall in line that would make me happy and be successful in this next step of my life. It was really interesting talking to people saying that, hey, I have bad days. Sometimes I cry. Sometimes I'm super stressed out, but I can do it. And if I can do it, you can do it. It was kind of a breath of fresh air seeing kind of like real life people doing what I want to do and being successful and managing school and work and friends and hobbies and just kind of having a happy, healthy balance for each of those areas. I thank you for watching. Bye.